Tuesday afternoon, October 26th, 2021. Gosh, I want to watch a sunset. There's a plane taking off from McCarran International Airport. Look at the Wynn Hotel. That's nice. But I'm thinking about a lot of things, and so I thought I'd make another video here in Las Vegas, which started as a Mormon colony back in the day, if you can believe it. Life is interesting. So I was looking at this and I'm kind of, I like to think about, here, let's get, here, we can see. So look at that, Treasure Island, Cirque du Soleil. I saw that maybe 20 years ago. It was pretty spectacular. Mystery or Mystère, whatever, mystery. I'll say this, certain truths are a mystery to many people, and they're not a mystery to others. It depends what you've studied and focused and read books about. For instance, the banking system, some areas are still a little bit difficult to understand, but a lot of people don't know, fundamentals about banking systems and things like that. For instance, the Constitution, what does it provide for money? Gold and silver, not pieces of paper. And over there, look at it, the Mirage, we got love, the Beatles, love. It is about love. Love thy neighbor as thyself. But if you have bad rulers, they can be oppressive and they can hacer malas cosas a la gente. Y creo que el pecado mayor de todo es hacer malas cosas con los niños. Dios no quiere eso. Dios no quiere. El opuesto de Dios lo quiere, pero Dios no quiere. Looks like we got some traffic there. Sun is setting. I'm grateful to be here. You never know. You never know. So, Treasure Island, Venetian, never been to Venice. Love. But, okay, I want to talk about, folks, there's a book I read a long time ago, and I should reread it, but it was Foundational Understanding Who Controls the World, okay? Let's see, and I have a copy of it, but most people don't know about it. But, I'm 65 years old, so I guess I know a lot of stuff, especially because I like books. Okay, so the book, here it is. None dare call it piracy, by Gary Allen and Larry Abraham. That represents capitalism, the other form of government. Interesting, right? But this book, let's see what it says on the back. One thing, it really caught my attention. One of the first quotes is, I wish that every citizen of every country in the free world and every slave behind the Iron Curtain might read this book. Wow. This book concerns the way in which our nation and other nations are actually governed. For the reader who is intelligent but uninitiated in the literature of super politics, it's a great book. I've given it out to people, I've read it. That's like a copy from way back in the day, okay, way back in the day. Anyway, you guys can look at this beautiful view while I pontificate just a little bit. But remember that song, everybody wants to rule the world? Well, there's people that want to rule the world. A lot of us would just like to be able to do our thing, grow a garden, be unfettered in our efforts to generate wealth and security for our loved ones. But it really hasn't been that way for a long time. Sometimes people think it's that way, but it's really not. It's really not. And right now we're in a crisis. You wouldn't have known it. There's the strip right there. Check it out. I just drove down that. They've got like a new skyway between the buildings closer than the MGM. That's where that event took place a few years ago by Mandalay Bay. But what I would... It's important to know the truth, especially when it affects your life and affects other people's lives and affects children. And I think it's essential. I mean, you can just like not worry about it, but if it, usually people don't really worry about it until it affects their life or something they really care about. But I think behind the scenes, I know it's affected all of our lives, and it affects people we care about. And it's a battle for life and death right now. You don't see it. You can't tend to not see it, but if you people in other countries see it. People in war zones see it. Gente que está en la borde de los Estados Unidos y México lo están viendo. Up close and personal. They're seeing it right there. Just ask Nino Rodriguez. There's other guys. There's other people. So serious things are going on, even though somebody, a lot of people, and I'm not cutting them down, but hey, let's go to dinner, let's go see a show. We're going to go play blackjack. We're going to go where there's single deck. We're going to do whatever. And sure, I could maybe try to do that, but I'm doing research because I think there's a lot going on in the world, and I think it affects a lot of people. And so I want to try to do the right thing. I want to try to teach people. I mean, take the Rothschilds, okay? This book explains about central banking. When I went to that graduate school in Cambridge, Mass, we actually studied the Rothschilds. And in my class, it was Nathan's conquest. He was sent to the city of London, was considered clever. It's a story. I'm not going to tell it, but Nathan Rothschild gained a lot of wealth really quickly by understanding market conditions before they happened, using carrier pigeons. There's a scripture that says, it's not good that one man have more than another. There's enough food, air, and water to feed everybody on the planet. There's an abundance. Sometimes, some of the old cherry trees in Utah, they're like 60 feet high, and there's enough cherries to feed 1,000 people. They're all over the place. There's plenty of fruit and everything. So we need to transition to a society where there's freedom. Prior to that happening, there's going to be a cleansing. I remember one time I drove by New York City on the New Jersey Turnpike, and I looked at all those buildings with windows and lights on, and I thought, those people don't do anything. They're pushing paper. Are they up there waking up and milking the cows at 4 a.m? Are they driving the combine? Are they shipping the wheat? Are they having farm accidents? Are they making the leather, the brooms? No, they're pushing papers. They're really not doing anything. But they make a lot more money than the people that are out there working and farming really hard, and that's not right. It's not right. I think things are going to be rectified. And so when our children look back at history, I want to say, hey, I was trying to do stuff. I used to think it was hopeless. But in the last few years, I thought, well, it looks like there's some hope. There's some hope for actual freeness here in the United States of America. But I think the people that have lived overseas, they come from other countries, whether it's Italia or especially Romania, behind the Iron Curtain, Poland, things like that. Once they've lived in a totalitarian government where you really don't have freedom and you can't get ahead, you're stuck. They seem to value freedom more than the Americans. It looks like, I remember back when Ezra Taft Benson said, a nation asleep. A lot of people are waking up, but they really don't know. That's why if you've been able to travel or if you're born in a foreign country, you probably appreciate the freedoms here in the United States of America more. So it's vital to understand, how do you safeguard freedoms? and you don't do it with a central bank. It's crucial to understand that and to understand the last several hundred years of history to know what's going on right now. Okay? Grateful to be here. And I like coming to the city, but I prefer the mountains and rural areas more. Okay? Let's see, it's kind of getting a little bit blurry there. Okay, ciao folks for now.